Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another conversation. All right. And this conversation is primarily about the incident that took place in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Okay. From what I know, I'll tell you guys what I kind of know and what I'm familiar with off the top of my head. I feel like there are a lot of details that I am unaware about, which is why we will get into our article, a few news stories, and so on. Okay. So just make sure you guys are coming on into the video. Be sure to like the video if you have yet to do so, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Okay, so the incident that took place out in Kenosha, Wisconsin, was an incident at Applebee's. And what happened was, from my understanding, there was a car accident that was nearby. It was like a hit and run accident where these three individuals, African Americans, these black individuals, ran into a local Applebee's. Now, the police were called once they got on scene. They were notified by witnesses that, hey, these people done ran off into the Applebee's. When the police got into the Applebee's, okay, they said they were looking for two black males, a black woman, and allegedly a woman with a baby. Okay. Now, when the police got into the Applebee's, they ended up seeing a couple with their child that they decided to, charge, approach, go to, and pretty much, very aggressively ask them questions. All right. They were targeting the wrong couple the whole time. The couple they was looking for, a girl, was in the bathroom. All right, the whole time, hiding out in the bathroom, because they said that an Applebee's employee, I believe, pointed out or called the police or something. I guess they felt as though those individuals look suspicious or something. I'm not sure of the details, because I'm just a little confused. Like, how did you? I'm not sure if those details are coming from, actual sources, or if they're coming from the police saying that an Applebee's employee pointed out the wrong woman and wrong man with their baby. Um, or if they just approached them because that's what they chose to do, or if the Applebee's employee never saw the correct people come into the building and only said, well, they the only ones here with a baby, like, you know what I'm saying, them over there. So I'm not sure. We'll get into more of the details, but nonetheless, okay, the entire time that the right individuals were in the bathroom, the police approached the wrong family and immediately, started to question the husband, or the black man that was there. He was a little confused, kind of like, girl, what is y'all talking about? So as he turns around and walks away, like, girl, if y'all don't get out my face, they begin to immediately, from my understanding, assault him. And the entire time, this man had his child in his arms. Okay. And I know a lot of people may have been like, just release the child, release the child. Fuck no. Okay. All right. How about the police release him? I have seen countless of videos of how a lot of good police officers de-escalate situations. They calm the person that they're talking to, like, hey, we're just trying to get an understanding of what's going on. Da 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 da. They just came into the damn restaurant like they know for a fact these are the people that they ass looking for. And you just started to pull on this man, jump on this man while he has a fucking baby in his arms. Are you okay? While this man has a baby in his arms, y'all are pulling on this man, doing all of that, trying to pry his fingers from his baby. And you have actual customers and employees of Applebee's saying, hey, the baby, watch the baby head, watch this, watch that. But I do believe that the baby did hit, I'm not sure if it was a he or her, but the baby hit its head against the wall. And I believe that the Applebee's employee noticed that, made a note of that, and said that that baby did hit its head. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all got a lawsuit. Y'all got a lawsuit coming y'all way, Kenosha. Let me tell y'all something. These people sat up here, arrested the wrong folks, and had the audacity to continue to charge them. If that's not abuse of power, I don't know what is. And also for the officer to finally get the man on the ground with more than one person on this man's back to restrain him. Obviously, the man couldn't go anywhere after his baby was released from his arms. One of the officers continued to punch this man in his head. That to me is a thug on the police force that should no longer be on the police force and needs to be investigated along with all of his prior cases. He cannot be trusted. And then they have the audacity to now say that they have camera footage from the officers that will be released at a later time after they're done doing their internal investigation. Absolutely not. I hope the people in the area and beyond are calling the police repeatedly nonstop to where they are forced to put out the actual footage. While y'all continue to do your investigation, you could release that footage and still do your internal investigation, but y'all be killing me about these internal investigations that y'all have to do when it's blatant and clear it's day, based on a non-biased onlooker bystanders camera footage that you see exactly what is going on. Y'all be killing me with these internal investigations. It's not necessarily internal investigations, in my opinion. It's internal PR is what's going on. Let us figure out how we finna get our story straight and how we finna approach the public with this matter. Okay, I feel like this isn't the first time something has happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin, with y'all police officers. I don't know what y'all got going on, but obviously it's some crazy stuff going on that this man feels so comfortable to punch this black man, or any person, in all honesty. He feels comfortable enough to punch this citizen, all right, in his head repeatedly as this man is on the ground. If that's not assault, you're a good one. Because let me tell you something. I would like to press assault charges. Yes, Your Honor, I would like to press them on him because I was assaulted by an officer. Correct. Yes, whether I was resisting arrest or not, it does not give you the right to physically assault a person. Hello? Hello, there were other mechanisms. Then I'm also hearing that there was mace that was sprayed. Baby, I pray that mace did not get to that baby. Y'all already made the baby hit his head on the wall. So I pray the baby did not ingest any of the mace that y'all ended up spraying. Okay, so yeah, I will be over there suing. I want to get the police officer individually, both of them. Hello. And then I would also like to go after the police department as a whole. Hello. Are you guys okay? And I will be pressing assault charges on this MF, and if it's any other assault charges or anything else I could place on him, I would like for my lawyer to press forward, because I won't be playing with y'all. I will be keeping my foot on y'all neck, because y'all done mess with the right one, and that's y'all the problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be careful out here in these streets, because a lot of times y'all be looking down on a lot of people based on their race and based on their financial status, but you don't know who those people are connected to. You do not know who they know. You could have assaulted somebody that was the state district attorney's brother just because that person isn't, I guess, or their appearance isn't suit and tie or whatever the case. Like, you just don't know who it is that you're assaulting. That's another reason why y'all need to be out here and be mindful. But more than anything, y'all officers take an oath. And you know what those different oaths are that y'all take. And it just kills me when you guys can go out here, abuse your power, and then still continue to be paid off of taxpayers' money, and then just slide through the cracks. Like, that just pisses me the hell off. And I pray to God and beyond that this person and his family does not keep their foot off y'all necks. Do you understand? In addition, I will also sue Applebees if I was this man. Think it's a game, because everybody getting sued. Hello? Everybody getting sued. Girl, if I could sue the property owner, I would. Hello? Because a lot of times these commercial buildings that's on land, those are two different owners. You may have an owner of a store, whereas that owner of the store is renting out the land that their building sits on. So girl, if it's another clause in there where I could sue because I was assaulted on your property, draft it up. Because when I tell you a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, you get a law. Not playing. Not because one thing about it, my family gonna be sick. Hear me, and I made it out alive. Hear me, okay? But let's go ahead and get into this news article, because I like to get into my news articles, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what ABC News has to say. So they're saying police in Kenosha, Wisconsin say they've launched an internal investigation into the forceful arrest of a man wrongfully suspected of fleeing a crash. The incident was caught on cell phone video inside an Applebee's restaurant. Girl, and when I think about Applebee's, I'm thinking about how we're going to get into the employee being fired. But the gag is, girl, don't nobody really go to Applebee's like that no more. I know I don't, girl. I don't. Girl, y'all haven't did any upgrades. Girl, Burger King and McDonald's have done more upgrades than y'all have done to y'all entire facility over the course of decades. Let's get it together. Okay? Girl, people still coming in there sitting in the same seats that y'all barely wiped down, and sitting on dirt from 5-10 years ago. Absolutely not, girl. Y'all got bigger fish to fry and bigger issues to work out. But let's go ahead and keep going. So they're saying, according to a criminal complaint filed against the man for resisting arrest and disorderly do y'all hear what they're saying? They charged this young man, who I don't know his name yet, but they charged this man with resisting arrest and disorderly conduct when you guys enter an establishment with your own disorderly conduct. Hello? Hello, are you okay? Hello, are you there? And then turned around and charged this man with resisting arrest when, in my personal opinion, he had every right to resist arrest because you were arresting the wrong individual. And this is another part of abusing power, because if y'all don't like something, like y'all, what y'all do as officers, okay? A lot of y'all, not all, because I do think it's some cool ones out there. But what some of y'all be doing, y'all be making y'all job very emotional. Y'all be making real emotional decisions, and and personal. Y'all don't be making decisions based on the overall department as well as the community. Y'all be making personal decisions in that moment because your ego is hurt. And I just feel like if you're a person to quickly get your ego hurt, you do not need to be working in this field. And that just kills me so much. I feel like at times aggressiveness is needed when being a police officer. And then at times you need to know how to de-escalate situations. Period. Whenever you're approaching people, even if you know for a fact they are the victim, whatever, try to give them a form of understanding, because you're walking into a situation you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You came into this building, you knew that they were in there. If I'm running from the police, chances are, or I'm running from an accident, chances are I'm probably not going to sit down and order no meal with my family. Some people might. If you leave it to the movies will make you think that that's how simple and easy it go. You running from somebody and you just try to go into an establishment and blend in with everybody else, right? But honestly, when your emotions are high, some people probably is going to run to the bathroom, or they're going to be trying to figure out what other exit they can go through Applebees and kind of lose people or something. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they could have just definitely handled that situation much better than what they did. Now, y'all done sat up here and put these false charges on this man, which will be getting dropped. And I'm looking forward to hearing that in a few weeks to a month or so. Will be getting dropped, and it will also be followed by a lawsuit. And the longer, like, y'all think y'all gonna be able to hold this footage, you're not gonna be able to hold the police footage. You're gonna have to release it. And this is what's gonna kill me, y'all. When this footage is released and they actually accept the fact that their officer operated inaccurately, if they do, because some of them like to be team their officer and not call them out all the time. But if they do, what's going to happen is they're going to give this person administrative leave, and they're going to pay this person, which is absolutely not fair. And whatever y'all paid this man, I will find out what his salary is, whatever y'all paid him, and I'll make sure that that's included in the lawsuit. So since you're going to pay him out, somebody going to have to turn around and pay that to me for my pain and suffering, for real. But let's keep going. All right, they're saying, according to a criminal complaint filed against the man for resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. All right, they said Kenosha police officers were responding to reports of a rollover crash nearby where multiple people fled the scene. The officer was looking for an African-American male and African-American female with a baby who had run towards Kohl's and another location, according to the complaint. Now, this is the complaint of the officer. This is the complaint of the officer, but what I was hearing in news reports is that they were supposed to be looking for 2 black men and 1 black woman. But instead, they identified those people, and they made an executive decision, from what I'm reading, to approach those people. And that's another thing. As I'm talking about it, this is another thing that pisses me off. Sometimes I feel like they be so eager to just get a suspect, they don't care who or what it looks like, and they just go ahead and slam charges on you. I just, y'all got to do better with this. And I'm glad that there are cameras. I'm glad people are recording, and I'm glad people are going to continue to apply pressure, because y'all gonna have to change our ways. Y'all gonna have to do something. This is crazy. Now they're saying Jennifer Harris, the manager at a nearby Applebee's who was on duty at the time, says the police initially went into the restaurant asking employees if they had seen any individuals that matched the description, but an employee said they hadn't. Minutes later, another employee spotted 2 individuals with a baby that seemed to match the description, and she called the police. Okay, so that's what I just told y'all now. I figured this could have been one of the options, where one of the employees could have just looked around, saw somebody and said, I mean, maybe it's them. I see them in here. Is this who you looking for possibly? So that's what happened. So that's when the police came in and they chose to approach them. Got you. Okay. So they're saying the complainant states that an officer looking for the suspects from the crash went back to the restaurant and identified a man and a woman who had a baby and matched the description of the suspects. According to the complaint and court records, the man encountered by police in the Applebees was identified as Jermel English. That is his name. Jermel English. All right. The complaint says officers initially believed he and the woman were involved in the accident and were evading police. Y'all approached that situation all wrong. Y'all just assumed right out the gate, and y'all went off of what that employee said, and y'all just walked over there and just got on some aggressive type. All of that. I feel like y'all could have asked them, like, hi, were you guys just involved in an accident or whatever? Oh, okay, where's your vehicle? Okay, cool. Do you guys have any license or registration to prove that you guys were not a part of this accident? We're just trying to figure out what's going on. We're not accusing you guys of anything right now. We're looking for some suspects, yada, 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 whatever. You could have had one officer go outside with them where they got their registration, their keys, all of that to show you they had nothing to do with that. Meanwhile, the other officer or officers could have been surveying the area to find out whether or not those people were still in the vicinity. But again, that sounds too much like right. Okay. What else are they saying? They're saying after being asked what car they arrived in, they indicated that they did not need to answer any questions and refused to tell. Okay. Harris says she believes English then got up to change his baby's diaper, but the criminal complaint says he started walking towards the exit. Of course, they're going to say he started walking towards the exit, even though witnesses say the man was trying to change his baby. He was getting up, getting ready to change his baby. And then some part of me kind of feels like even if he about to get up and leave, and you know what I'm saying? That was your moment to just say, hey, we're not trying to, make this difficult for you guys, but we just had to act. That was your opportunity to explain the reason why you're approaching them. And that's what be killing me with how officers approach people sometimes. They approach to get answers, but not. I'm sorry, they approach to get their answers, right? But they don't approach to give answers or give understanding to matters. I don't like that. I feel like that could cut down on a lot of this stuff that we see. They're saying in the cell phone video, employees attempt to grab the baby as police try to arrest English. People can be heard yelling, "Get the baby," as the chaotic scene ensues. An employee yells, "Careful, the baby's head." Like I told y'all, because they almost hit the baby head on that table. Okay. And if you're watching the video if you're watching the video and you're trying to make it seem like all you had to do was release the baby, no, all they had to do was approach the situation appropriately. Okay. See, that's where y'all starting in the middle. I need y'all to start at the top, because when we do things like that and we see what's happening and then we automatically go to it, he should have just released the baby or whatever. I feel like then you're putting the blame on the victim, and you're clearing the police of any wrongdoing in this matter. And they were clearly wrong in my personal. All right. I understand that they got a lead and they led up on that lead, right? They followed up on it, but then it's your approach to a lot of situations that determines how another person is going to respond to you. And that's just on a human level, period, officer or not. All right. So is there anything else that I want to get into with this thing? Oh, police dispute the claim that the baby was nearby when the pepper spray was deployed. They said the child was not in the immediate area when the pepper spray was used, so it wasn't directly disposed. First of all, was there a need for pepper spray when y'all already had him on the ground and arrested him? That's number one. And then number two, I feel like pepper spray is very strong and can spread. Don't say the baby was not in the immediate area when chances are the woman that was watching y'all assault the child's dad is not far. I guarantee you that lady did not take that baby too far. She may have stepped back, but she did not leave. So you better believe with those cameras in the building and the cameras that the customers and employees had, that baby was in that vicinity, period. It was very close when y'all was spraying that, because that gets out. So let's not say that we did. They said it's hard to say if the child was affected due to any particular particulates in the air. So hopefully the mom went and got the baby checked out, because that's going to be another bill that y'all finna pay. Hello. And I'm going to add the stress of my baby to the lawsuit. You have got to be, girl, I hope they sue for so much money. And it's sad because y'all officers can go out here and be as reckless as you want to be. And then a lot of that still falls back on the citizens, because y'all the ones that's really going to have to pay the money. You know what I'm saying? And then they be trying to, once money low with their budget, they be trying to figure out ways to raise taxes to get even more money out of y'all. Like, I just can't. I just hate how the system is set up. I really do. Girl. And then I really be hating how I be old ass people still holding on to positions. Like, girl, let it go. If people got to retire by a certain age, then there should be nobody in Congress, in my personal, that's over the age of 50, or I ain't gonna say 50, I was gonna say 55, but at least over the age of 60. Like, y'all gonna have to go. It's too many people growing up, graduating, studying, working in politics, looking to get in certain fields or whatever, and y'all over there holding on to positions to the day that y'all die. Absolutely not. Presidents can't even hold positions that long. So why is it that some Congress get to hold on to those positions? I think governors should have terms. I don't think you should be able to continue to run for governor and run and run and run. No, the same way presidents have to get the hell out, governors should have to get out too. Y'all can serve so many terms, which I think is 2 to 4 years, depending. After that, you got like however many, maybe you could do 2-3 terms, and then you got to go. You cannot stick around this long. We appreciate you for your services. Thank you. But you got to go. But anywho, I could rant on this all day, but I'm not going to do that. I want you guys to leave your thoughts and comments. But in the meantime, what we're about to do is go and check out some of these news stories. I am going to probably cover some of the assaults that is happening in the video, because YouTube does not like content like that. Hence the reason why I did not really post the Montgomery situation for real, what was really going on, because YouTube will act up. Okay. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and check out what the news has to say. So don't be too alarmed should you see a photo go up covering what's really happening, but you guys can definitely find the footage and things over on social media.
Kenosha police say it started with a hit-and-run crash July 20th. Police say they had a description of 2 black men and a black woman carrying a child seen running from the scene towards an Applebee's restaurant. Inside the restaurant, police say they were alerted by an employee to, quote, some suspicious people. Those people, a couple eating dinner with their baby who had nothing to do with the hit-and-run.
So they came in and they went to the table and they asked them just to show them what car they came in, so that they could verify if that was them in the car accident or not.
Jennifer Harris, who was working at the Applebee's, describes the chaotic events that unfolded next.
And he tried to go the other way, and they eventually tackled him into a wall, and the baby hit his head on the wall.
Captured on camera by Applebee's employees.
Get the baby! What the Please stop! He's squeezing you! I'm gonna go get you in! Hey, please stop! Stop! Hey, be careful! Your baby head! Your baby head! Be careful! Let him go! Sorry, your baby head! Please stop!
Police seen on the video trying to restrain the man.
Put your hands behind your back! Hey, stop! Hey! Hey!
They had at least 4 cops on his back, with at least a cop or 2 each grabbing an arm, and still had 1 cop punching him over and over again in his face. It was just sad. I just felt bad for the baby.
The second day he said that he wanted to enjoy his food, and for them to go away, they should have left him alone.
Kenosha police telling 12 News officers found the people responsible for the hit and run inside the Applebee's bathroom. Wednesday afternoon, activists called for an investigation into the officers' actions.
Why was the cop so fearful that he felt that level of force was needed with a baby in his arms?
That's what I'm saying.
Caroline joins us now live tonight from Kenosha. Caroline, you've also learned the manager in this case was fired from the Applebee's?
Right. She says she's now being blamed for the videos from this incident circulating online as well as on television now. And she says she was let go from her position after working at this Applebee's behind me for 12 years. And she has now hired an attorney to help her get her job back, Joyce.
This video is getting a lot of views. Caroline Reinwald leading us off tonight at 10. The day after the incident, prosecutors charged the man and the woman who were eating in the restaurant with misdemeanors, including disorderly conduct.
How are you going to charge the man and the woman? The man and the woman? How do you charge his wife when you was really trying to arrest him? Why are y'all charging both of them? See, this is the SHI that I'm talking about. Y'all just want to put charges on people because they weren't open to answering your questions in the beginning. And chances are it likely had a lot to do with your approach to the situation. A lot of that has something to do with your approach. And also, I don't believe that they had to answer any of your questions. in all honesty, they may know their laws to where they don't have to talk to you without somebody, representative or whatever being present. That could have possibly been the case, but because your ego was so hurt and so broke or whatever the case was, you decided to take extreme measures while you see this man has his child in his arms. But let's keep going.
Conduct and resisting arrest. There is body camera video of the arrest, but police tell us it won't be released until after the internal investigation is complete. As for the hit and run case, police tell 12 News the people responsible were found in the Applebee's bathroom. A 17-year-old is charged with felony hit and run.
Ain't that something? A 17-year-old is charged with a felony hit and run. And y'all done sat up here and charged these people, the wife or the woman and the man, with unnecessary charges because y'all handled the situation, in my personal, inappropriately. Even if they walked over and they were like, hey, what kind of vehicle were you guys in? It's really the approach. So I would like to see, the approach to things. And again, I still feel a way about the internal investigation and y'all wanting to delay the video coming out. But I mean, everybody has their different protocols. So if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But I'll be honest, my initial thought is y'all must know this is some damning stuff that's not going to make y'all look good, which is why you guys are delaying actually releasing it. But do what you want to do, honey.
This video, taken July 20th, now viral, showing a man restrained and punched repeatedly by Kenosha police officers. This happened at the Applebees on 75th Street. Officers thought he and his girlfriend were involved in a hit and run just down the road. In the complaint, witnesses at the crash scene described the suspect as a black man and black woman with a baby. They say the woman was wearing a red shirt and had run towards the Kohl's or Menards. According to the complaint, that's when staff at the Applebees called into dispatch about, quote, a group of individuals matching that description had come into the restaurant and appeared nervous. When officers arrived, they acknowledged the woman they had been directed to was wearing a white shirt, but they approached her anyway. The complaint says the man wouldn't answer officers' questions and tried to leave. That's when a struggle ensued.
Just lying.
Hey, stop! Hey!
That ended with the man on the floor in handcuffs. You can see an officer punching him repeatedly. Officers say that was to, quote, ensure compliance.
What?
Hi, I'm Cyrene.
You punched him to ensure
12
compliance?
News did try to reach the man and woman arrested. Family told us they've hired an attorney and do not want to go on camera. Community activists are pushing for accountability from police.
We want to see justice for him and his family, and we're going to do all we can in our power to make sure that happens.
Both the man and woman face misdemeanor charges of resisting an officer and disorderly conduct. In Kenosha, Syria Sandlin, WISN 12 News.
Girl, that is some crazy stuff there. That is crazy. But what makes this story even more crazier, in my personal opinion, is the fact that they have decided, Applebee's did, to fire, okay? They're saying former Kenosha Applebee's manager fired after video of police arresting man for crime he didn't commit appears online. They are firing this lady. That's crazy to me. How dare y'all do something like that? As a matter of fact, I was going to get into the article, but what I'm really going to do is go ahead and just play this news clip so that you guys can hear exactly what, how that happened for her. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what they have to say.
We are hearing from the former manager at the Kenosha Applebees who lost her job after police arrested a family they wrongfully believed was involved in a hit and run in July. Kenosha police tell us the incident is under investigation. Meanwhile, that former Applebee's manager tells CBS 58's Ellie Nakamoto-White the termination happened because a cell phone recording of the incident got posted online.
Jennifer Harris has given more than a decade of her life to Applebee's, starting as a server and working her way up to manager. But now she says that's all gone after she believes she was fired for trying to help and do the right thing.
I thought it was going to be a normal day.
A 10-hour shift ending in chaos. Kenosha police charging inside this Applebee's for reports of hit-and-run suspects. Officials arresting Jermel English Jr. and Shania Boyd, while the real suspects were hiding inside the bathroom.
One employee was trying to get the cops to stop punching him. He was like, hey, stop. Like, he's on the ground, stop, And they pushed my employee and said, One more word out of you and you're arrested.
This cell phone video was not taken by Harris, but it is the reason she lost her job.
They told me they can't trust me and that I didn't just ruin this Applebee's name. I ruined all of the Applebee's in Wisconsin's name by letting these videos get out.
12 years of dedicated service ended by an altercation Harris says shouldn't have happened.
I'm not the one that came in there and beat up innocent people, so why am I the one that ruined Applebee's?
In a statement to CBS 58, Applebee's officials say the safety and well-being of our guests and team members is a top priority.
They had the opportunity to do the right thing also and support this family, and they chose to support the other side and care about how they look in the situation.
Still in shock and forced to find a new job, Harris says she won't return.
I know how passionate I am when it comes to my work ethic and how much heart I put into my work. They don't deserve it at this point.
The couple has their final pretrial conferences at 10 a.m. on August 25th at the Kenosha County Courthouse. In Kenosha, Ellie Nakamoto-White, CBS 58 News.
So you know what that makes me think? It makes me think for her to say that she is not willing to go back. It makes me wonder either the reporter asked her like, "Hey, would you go back if they wanted you to?" Or the Applebee's reached out to her and was like, "Okay, we sorry, you can come back." Girl, I damn sure won't come back. I'm suing the hell out of y'all. Y'all need to stand on what y'all said the first time, trying to kick me out and or fire me. And I didn't even record the damn video. It ain't my fault. And you want to sit up here and try and protect those people when your customers are the ones that really turned against y'all and recorded what the hell was going on? What? But you trying to protect the police officers, and then you want to sit up there and tell me that I'm an embarrassment or shame or whatever. I made Applebee's look bad and all of the ones in Wisconsin look bad or whatever. Are you out your fucking mind? Are you crazy? The police made y'all look bad. And for y'all to add that in, and I don't know if this was over a phone call, which I hope it was in an email or a letter or a recorded phone call so that she can throw this back up in their face when they go to trial or whatever. But why the fuck would you say that? That should not be something that you say when you disassociate yourself from an employee. I cannot take it. I cannot take it. And that's why I see y'all did all of that trying to protect y'all image, and now y'all finna sit up here and have to pay a coin. Girl, get all your money. Sir, ma'am, African Americans, get all y'all fucking money from these people, okay? I gave you guys my thoughts on this overall situation. I want to hear you all's thoughts. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree, so I'll let you guys battle it out in the comments as however you choose, okay? But I am JamiThatsMe. Be sure to like the video if you have yet to like the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But definitely leave your thoughts and comments down below on this overall situation. And I'll be honest, girl, I'm not trying to hear nothing about what that man could have did better. Okay, you make sure that you saying what the officers could have did better before you sit up there and try and say something he should have let go of the baby. Girl, they should have never been pulling on that man while he had a baby in his arms. Period. Okay, but I'm gonna let y'all, like I said, battle it out in the comments. All right, good luck. I'm JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.